Let's talk more about this now with Alexander Rodnyansky. He is the former presidential advisor to Volodymyr Zelenskyy. So thanks for being with us. I want to ask you, first of all, about the optics of this and the fact that the Russian delegation is represented not by President Putin, not by anyone at the senior ministerial level. He sent a senior presidential advisor, deputy prime minister, deputy foreign minister. What should we read into that, coupled with the fact that President Zelenskyy, the Ukrainian president, is there?
Yeah, so it's clearly Russia play-acting their participation. It's somewhat of a sham, as people have said. It's clear that on the one hand, it was the Russian leader, Putin himself, who asked for these negotiations to take place in Istanbul, as they had been taking place at the very beginning of the full-scale invasion, and they stopped in April 2022 after the massacre in Bucha and other events. So on the one hand, it seems to be the leader of Russia who was asking for the continuation there. It wasn't due to Turkey or anybody else's idea. It was the Russian leader who suggested that's the format we should keep working with. And the Ukrainian leader said, okay, let's do it. But then at the same time, the Russian leader didn't follow suit. So it seems that they're play-acting their participation. They're imitating a real negotiation process, which isn't actually anything that they take all too seriously. On the other hand, we see that there is a buildup of troops, there is continued fighting, and if anything, if we look at the actions rather than the words, it doesn't seem like Russia's side is seriously interested in ending the war.
Russia, for its part, has said that what they want is to deal with the root causes, what they call the root causes of this conflict. What do you read into that?
Well, it's clear what they are meaning. They've alluded to this throughout the entire war and conflict. They see a lot of root causes that they think are pertinent to what's happening. And it's clear to us what they mean, but it's little that has to do with reality on the ground. It doesn't pertain to Ukraine as it stands today. And the rest is up for the negotiation. The rest really has to be decided and discussed during an actual, real, and not a fake negotiation process.
So, is this, in your view, delay tactics on the part of President Putin, that he's playing for time here? And if that's the case, then how would he be viewing the U.S. administration's position on all of this? Because it does seem as if they've moved closer now to the Ukrainian side, and there's been some kind of exasperation, loss of patience on the U.S. side with Russia's position on this.
Yes, I think you are right. It is a type of delay tactic, but it's not just a delay tactic. It's also a careful ploy to try and make Ukraine stand out as the party that's then going to be to blame for any failed negotiation on the part of Russia. So that's what they're trying to do. They're not just trying to delay. They also wanted to make sure that Ukraine looks like it's the side that led to the failure of some sort of negotiation process that they're now trying to imitate. That's what they're trying to do. And of course, they're trying to, at the same time, push through with their new offensive, make sure that they have the upper hand on the battlefield, etc. So they still have all their military priorities in place. We don't see any sort of slowdown when it comes to that.
Good to get your thoughts on this. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.